Hello and good morning. Welcome to Energy Rhythms. We have a very special guest today in our studios, but before I introduce her to all of you, we're going to be taking a look at her clip of all the work she has done so far. So let's get right to the clip then.
I don't want you to go. I have a room for you here. I do your laundry and I feed you, and your dad won't be home for that.
Mom, I can do my own laundry and I can feed myself.
Oh, really?
I'll figure it out. You know, nothing you say will change my mind.
Are you doing this to punish me? Because I don't have the money for that traveling team? I told you I will work it out.
This has nothing to do with that. I've accepted the fact that I won't be on the team. I'm over it.
Kelsey, I am trying here. I am applying for jobs every day and I keep looking. I can't make these employers hire me. I just keep praying that God will send the right job my way.
Well, Mom, you keep on praying and I'll keep on packing. Dad will be here tomorrow afternoon to pick me up.
Wait, what? Why so soon?
Mom, stop! I don't want to talk about this anymore.
All right, put on your seatbelt.
It's on.
All right, smart ass.
We have to go out till late. I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
Because your mom doesn't keep food in the house, and I'm hungry, and I'm the babysitter, so you have to come with me. End of discussion.
Corpe ad corpus, momentum ad corpus. Meredith.
As you saw in the clip, she's a well-known face in the Philadelphia and South Jersey area. She's an actress, she's a dancer, and an unarmed fighter. So let us introduce our special guest today to my show, Victoria Stevens. Welcome to the show, Victoria.
Hello, thank you for having me. This is so exciting.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming in.
No problem.
First of all, congrats for all the work you have done.
Thank you.
And like I said, you do lots of acting work. You do have training also under your belt. So, but I'm sure I want to know, and I'm sure all of our viewers want to know, as to how would you describe yourself in the sense, like I think everyone has a branding or mission statement of that describes their personality and who they are and what type of work they do. So I'm asking you, what is your brand statement?
Well, okay, so I have a branding statement and then a mission statement. So I got this created for, you know, a lot of my acting. We had to put the words together of what character I'm like. So I would say quirky, offbeat, dragons and dungeons type of girl who is very smart and inexperienced with men. She's a little socially awkward, but always has the best intentions, so we root for her. So that was a group, that's like my niche. Like that will show you what dramatic stuff I do, comedic wise, because it shows like what personality I can bring out. My mission statement, on the other hand, is I really wanted to bring like fun energy to people's homes. So that's why I do a lot of comedy. I do definitely a lot more comedy, I guess, than drama, but I want people to laugh. No, people don't laugh a lot, you know what I'm saying? And like, and that's like a really good, it helps meditation-wise and whatnot, just to laugh. And I want to do a clean humor, not some dirty humor, you know, so clean humor for the house, but also like, I also want to make sure people follow their dreams. It's one thing I always share with my son. It's like, if you want to do it, you can. Like, and that's what I want, is just to show him, like, I wanted to be an actress, so I'm going for it. I'm not listening to what people say, because a lot of people are like, okay, you need to wake up and stop like putting your head in the clouds and things like that. I'm like, no, why do I have to do that? You know, why do I have to do the 9 to 5? Why can't I do something I enjoy doing? So I'm teaching him that a little at a time, and I want to show the younger generation that you can do that, you know, and I root for you.
I mean, I could actually kind of be similar to you in the sense, yes, I'm inexperienced with men also, so. But in terms of comedy, yes, I love like romantic comedies, especially in films, and all sides of comedies I love. And like Steve Martin, Martin Short.
Yeah.
These are, I mean, Carol Burnett. I mean,
She was one of my favorites.
She was the, I should say, the original trendsetter for comedy. And
I just like that she's still going.
I
you
know.
She's still going.
Could you believe it? She's like
Yep.
80 plus
Betty,
years.
Betty White.
Yeah,
same
Betty
thing.
White. She's like 95 now.
It's so true, but she is so funny. You know, she, just in her personality, you know, on talk shows when you watch her, that just comes out, you know, so I love that, you know.
So like when I do agree with you, you said the point that children do laugh a lot, and as we enter adulthood, it comes less because life becomes serious. You have to pay your mortgage, you have to feed the family, and all that. But I mean, there is a statistic that I do share with people is that kids will laugh, I would say, about 300 to 400 times a day, at least. And like I said,
Yes.
once that kid becomes an adult, that 300 to 400 comes down to, I would say, maybe 10 or 15 times a day. So humor does play a big role, and like you said, it is very therapeutic, and it is a type of a meditation. And I do agree with that totally.
And I always think, like, you know, why do people go to the movies? One, to get away from their own life and to like venture into someone else's, you know, so that's like that type. And then the other one is just to have a good time with, you know, the people they bring. So then that's, you know, what we do. You know, we bring what they want, you know, and that's why we do it. And people, you know, enjoy the movies. It takes them out of their life so they can take a breather. And then, you know, then they have to go back into it. But, you know, and that's why they love following like TV shows and stuff, because you see what we can experience on a daily basis, but it's not in their own life, you know, so.
Right. So, guys, we're going to be talking more with Victoria, getting to know her and the work that she does. But you stay tuned, and we'll be back with a quick commercial break.
Hi, I'm Sylvia, the wine entrepreneur, host of a brand new show called Cooked and Uncorked on RVN TV. Every week at noon on Wednesday, we're going to introduce a brand new wine or spirit with a different chef and their cuisine. It's going to be an exciting way to learn how to pair your food, to sip wine from around the world, and to have a good time. Be there, or you might miss your next great wine or your next great meal.
Got a quarter?
Welcome back to Energy Rhythms. This is your friend and host, Arti Gupta. Our special guest today is Victoria Stevens, who is like I said, a well-known actress within the greater Philadelphia area. And before we had gone to break, she had specifically mentioned that she does comedic roles, and she wants to spread that laughter and comedy to the younger generation, as well as she wants to give that, I should say, influence to other people as well. So now, Victoria, I want to ask you, how did you begin the acting? Like, did anybody inspired you? Did you went to an event and you got inspired, or how did your acting journey begin?
Well, it's going to be quite funny because I used to be petrified of the stage. I used to throw up every single time I got on it. And a lot of times at the schools, they make you go and do concerts or whatever. And every single time, to the T, they knew I was going to get sick. And in sixth grade, they asked me if I would sing with a Christian singer called Steve Green. And even though my mother was not very excited about that because it'd be in front of 400 people or so. I decided to stick it out. I wanted to do it. I wanted to prove it to her and myself that I could get up there and not throw up. So that day came, and believe it or not, I did get through it. A lot of times, I was the only one who had her head down like, okay, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna sing. Okay, it's done, you know? But that proved to me that I could do it. That, oh my goodness, I did it. And ever since then, since college, I got straight into theater. And loved the stage presence. I loved all that energy. But then when I went over to Rowan University, that's when I found film. And I haven't left it. I was like, this is where I need to be, TV and film, you know? And so the journey was rough because if I never pushed myself to do that, I probably wouldn't be an actress today. I would be too scared to do it. And I had to prove. I had to prove to everybody that, you know what, I'm stronger than this, I could do it, and I did. So that's where my motivation went, you know, was just to prove myself and to prove that, you know, if you put your mind to anything, you can do it. So that's basically where I got into film.
Yeah, that is a pretty funny story.
Yeah. I didn't throw up that time. Yeah.
Now, the next question I'm going to ask you, it's actually very difficult to answer, but I'm still going to ask you anyway. And like I said, I know you've done dramatic roles as well as comedic roles also, but tell us, what is your favorite character and why? I know, like I said, it's a difficult question to answer.
I know. Well, believe it or not, what I did is I was like, all right, I'm going to split it up. So I have one theater one that I enjoyed the most, and one film that I enjoyed the most. So with theater, believe it or not, I did Glenn Ross, and I was John Williamson. They changed the role to a female. And I believe that that was the hardest role because one, it has a different verbiage, I guess you can say, because it was all about, you know, insurances, you know, and getting leads. And so it was a little bit of a different speaking wise. And with my character, with John Williamson, he first comes out really strong in the beginning of the play, and then he completely is turned. He gets put on his butt kind of feel because of the fact that he was, you know, basically being a scam a little bit, you know, and actually got called out on it. So that was difficult by having to change the character a little bit in the beginning to the end. And then I remember to this day, I was like, I'm so glad I got through that. And it taught me so much in acting of like just how people have so many layers and how to play each layer. And that was a great thing. And for film, I picked, okay, so I did pick the film Sad. And why was this my favorite? It was my favorite because, one, it was a silent film. So everyone says, oh, you know, acting's so easy, all you have to do is talk. No, because a lot of it is your body language. A lot of it is, how can I show this emotion through my body? The words just come as like a flavor on the cake, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not like the point of it. Words do help with bringing it out, but it's all in the emotion of the face and the emotion of your body, and that brings the words out, not just you saying them. You know, I could say anything very monotone, it would not mean a thing, you know? And that was it was a lot of improv with that film, and also because it was silent. And I love improv, oh my goodness. You know, and I love being able to just play, and it was just really a strong character, and love it. And I'm so excited because it's going to go to Sundance, hopefully, and when it got submitted, so we'll see. But that would be one of my accomplishments that I've been waiting for a long time. So, yeah.
Well, that's like I said, silent movies. I actually don't have any experience on that, but I would love to definitely try it out.
It will teach you so much. It really will, because it will teach you that it's not all about what you're saying, you know? It's all about how you show it. So it would definitely be a good thing.
So guys, we're going to be speaking more with Victoria, but we're going to be having a quick commercial break, so stay tuned.
Hey everyone, my name is Jamie Zwier and I'm a holistic health coach, and I'm so excited to be bringing you the Busy to Balance show at RVN TV on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. This show is all about how to show you, the overworked, overwhelmed, and occasionally unhealthy woman, how to find health and balance in all different areas of your life. So I'm so excited to see you there Wednesdays at 1 p.m.
Sat Nam and welcome. I am Liv Shabid and I am the new host of our show Daily Magic right here at RVN TV. It is a fascinating show that we want you to come and join because it's going to help you shift from the mundane into the magical. Every week we're going to give you tips and tools to really tap into your life and make it on purpose. Get excited about your life again. We will be having an energy report that'll help propel you into the week, as well as a weekly oracle reading to make sure that you're on purpose. I look forward to serving you.
Welcome back to Energy Rhythms. Our special guest today is Victoria Stevens, who's an actress, a dancer, and an unarmed fighter. So before we had gone to break, Victoria was describing what her favorite role was, we, like I said, we're going to be talking more about other stuff that she does. She is also a host, by the way, for the TV show Dead Dollies. Tell us about that show.
Yes, so Dead Dollies is a horror radio show on the internet. And for this one, I got this through the director. It's called, the film I did with him was called The Doll. And that's going to HorrorCon, which is exciting. And then he's like, you know what? I need you to host a radio show for me. I don't have a host. So I was like, oh, sure, I'll do a few times. And believe it or not, when I started, he started seeing a lot more people tune in. And he's like, so do you want to go full time? And I said, what? Like, sure, So it was great. And then I had two other co-hosts with me, Kitty Sage and Carrie Rose. And we are basically like the three harlots. We're switching names around. But, and what we do is we pick a topic each week, but it's all different. So 1 week we would do vampires, and tonight's one, because it's tonight at 7 to 9, we do cannibalism. And so we all take different parts of that topic. So one's going to do tribal cannibalism, and I'm going to maybe do the serial killer for this week, and Katie will do something else, So it's like, we just do that, but we also have trivia. So horror film trivia, and we have sponsors who give us like different prizes that you win. And so we've gotten games, like board games, we've gotten books, we've gotten movies, and it's been amazing because I've been opening my eyes to all these different people who've created so much stuff, and I'm like, I've never heard of them, And then I tune in and find them, but it's just really good because we communicate on a one-to-one basis with our viewers. So if you write in on the radio station, we'll be like, all right, that's right, James, I understand, because we're connecting, and we would love to have feedback, So that's, I think, one thing of why our numbers keep rising is because we're constantly communicating, And it's really fun because each week they don't know, like, what craziness is going to come out. And of course, my comedic self shows up sometimes and make people laugh. But it's a really fun experience. And because HorrorCon sponsors us, we help, advertise for them. And so we're all going to be there representing them, and a lot of viewers are saying they're going to come and see us, just to meet the crazy harlot people. But yeah, so it's been really fun. And you can just see that on deaddollies.com. When you tune into the Facebook page, it comes right out of that. So it's so much fun.
Now, if anybody wants to go to the HorrorCon, when is it?
So it's the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of September.
Okay.
And it's going to be held at the Old Showboat in AC. I know, it's going to be great. And the doll is at 12 on that Saturday. So that Saturday is when the doll, and Saturdays, they have so many celebrities going to be there, it's not even funny. And the Saturday is one of the bigger times that they show up. So all the celebs.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So guys, if you're into horror, the HorrorCon is in September 21st, 22nd, 23rd at the Old Showboat Hotel in Atlantic City, if you want to go and check it out. Now, in your website, it mentioned that you're an unarmed fighter. So could you tell us what it is and like how you got certified in that skill?
Yeah, so unarmed fighting is basically fighting without weapons. So you have to take a certain amount of hours, courses. So I took a class with Ian Rose in Philly. He's pretty well known. And he basically, you do the different, learning the different techniques. So unarmed is just basically hands. You know, how to take a punch, how to take a hair pull, how to take someone slapping you in the face, you know? And so to me, I needed to learn it because I want to do action. That's my big thing, is to finally get into action films and do my own stunts. I would not like if someone had to do my stunts for me. I'm like, no. And so I learned how to take, so if someone needs to punch me in a film, I learned how to take it so that way I'm not going to get hurt and they're not going to get hurt. And so you also can do swords, rapier, daggers, knives, guns. They have all classes for everything. And you get certified through, I'm going to remember the name here, guys, SAFD. So that's basically the Society of American Film Directors. And they have like people, like I got certified through the choreographer of Aladdin from Broadway. So he certified us. And if he thinks that you can handle it on a film or theater set, then that's when they'll pass you through. So it's a great experience. And basically, you're like, when you do a test for them, it's like a short like fight scene that you're doing. But you're just creating that. And I love it. I still need to get onto my staff. I want to learn staff and sword, because who knows when that will be needed for mystical films, you know? Yeah. I mean, you know, I would love to have done, you know, Lord of the Rings and things like that. And they probably, a lot of them are probably certified. So, yeah.
So like I said, you guys, if you want to learn any of those skills, if you want to get into the action roles, you need to have that type of skill set for you. So any final thoughts you want to share with our viewers today?
Well, yeah, I definitely, guess what, guys? I bought my domain name finally. So my website's victoriastevens.org, easy, simple. But I also have a couple of films coming up. One of them actually is going to be in South by Southwest. I am so excited.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I just finished that in New York, and of course I'm a metalhead in it. I was like, oh my goodness, what are you gonna see now? But I'm the opening and closing of that film, which is really nice. And I'm just so excited it's going to South by Southwest, because hopefully I get a ticket and we're going, you know? But yeah, and then I did 3 different films right now, 2 horrors and 1 drama. And the one I'm doing is called It's Complicated, and it's an improv film. So we have a layout of what it's supposed to look like, and we're going to improv it, the entire thing. So it's going to be so exciting. You know, and the good thing is I learned a lot of improv and comedy at the Pit in New York City. So it's just going to help me experience it now on set. So I'm so excited.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by. And like I said, I got to know a little bit about you, and I should say more about you. And guys, you need to get, if you want to get into the acting, you got to have very professional headshots. Like this is Victoria's headshot. This is a lovely shot of you, by the way.
Thank you.
You need to have professional headshots done, and you need to have a resume describing what skills you have done, any special talents you want to, I should say, you want to put out there, and that's how you're going to get hired. And like I said, you have to start from the bottom, and you have to work your way up. That's how it works, right?
Yep, definitely. And a lot of times, for instance, I'm doing a PA job and pays and stuff, but it's good because I'll be on set learning. I like to learn all aspects of the film industry. So I do editing, I do sound, I do camera, and I did that because you never know where you need to be put. You know, sometimes it's not always on the TV. You know, sometimes it's behind, and you might get seen that way as well. So
thank you so much again. I really appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you. It was so much fun.
And guys, I hope you enjoyed our segment today as much as I did. So I will be seeing you next week with another guest for them to promote their brand or business. So you guys take care. Have a wonderful day, and see you soon. Bye-bye.